Hello voice actors, this is River. I am here to show you how to do some basic post in Audacity. Because if you are an online voice actor, you can't be lazy with your auditions. You want them to know that, hey, if they hire you, this is the quality they're going to get. You have to be one-stop shop. I know you're a voice actor, not an audio engineer, but you got to learn a little bit of audio engineering and make sure that everything is clean and as it should be if you really want them to hire you for their project. Show respect, show interest. All right, so if you record directly into Audacity like this, that's fine, whatever. You can do it that way. I record mine separately in a booth. I'm not trying to show off or anything, but I like to try and eliminate as much noise as possible, including the noise of the computer, so I don't record at the computer. So I've recorded a file here. I'm going to drag and drop it into Audacity. First thing I'm going to do is you'll notice that it's in stereo. Most microphones record in stereo nowadays. If you don't know what you're doing with stereo, it's not going to sound right, and most projects will ask that you do it in mono anyway. So we're going to select this track, click Tracks, stereo track to mono. And then if you have a lower voice like mine, lower register, sort of don't want to blow out the wall sort of thing, be courteous to the people you're sending it to, and you want it to, you know, not sound different from everybody else. I would do a light high pass filter, 6 decibel roll off, 161 cutoff frequency. That's like just second to lowest you can get it here in Audacity. Okay, notice it's a little bit quieter, looks like. And then I do a compressor at the very beginning over the entire file. Everything's a little bit more even now. And then you'll notice here there's a lot of silence at the beginning. When I record a file, I record at least 3 to 5 seconds of silence at the beginning to make sure that if there is any background noise, I can easily clean it out. So I want to make sure that I listen here, that there's no noises of me breathing or making any mouth noises or whatsoever, you know, in that noise profile, so that when I clean up, I'm not cleaning my voice out of the file. I just want to clean up the background noise. My microphone has a little bit of a hiss. I've noticed that with Samson products. Otherwise, it's a great mic. So then I'm going to go to Effect, Noise Removal, Get Noise Profiles. Should only have to do that once per file. Now I'm going to delete this silence at the beginning, and then I try to leave at least half a second to a second of silence between each line. If you are separating the file into lines for your producer, maybe you're doing a commercial read and you just want to do the whole thing, that's fine. You just go through the whole thing and pretty much do noise removal once, maybe twice. Let's assume you're splitting it up. We are going to highlight this first line here. Then I'm going to go to Effect, Normalize, -1 decibel. You don't want it too loud, you don't want it too quiet. You want it to be, by the end of it, everything's going to be pretty much even. I've noticed there's a little bit of mouth noise here. Perfect, great to exemplify something else here. You can highlight mouth noise or whatever loud noises noise removal doesn't get rid of, and click Generate Silence. And you'll notice here that a lot of these effects I have bound to shortcuts, which you can do in your preferences. Somewhere in here, yep, right there, preferences. You can set up keyboard shortcuts for a lot of the effects and everything. Makes the project go by a lot faster. So now I've cleaned out the mouth noise. I've normalized this line. Now I'm going to do noise removal. Effect, noise removal. Try and keep it as low as you possibly can, not too low. You may want to experiment a bit with your own recordings to try and get a happy medium. I try and keep it low so that it doesn't get muddy really fast. So I can play it back, hit Control-R, not Control-R, I've got that bound too. You have to set that up. Redo, I believe, is Control-Y normally, so you can do Control-Y. Until I've got rid of that pesky background noise, which I'm seeing up here in the thing here. I would recommend that you edit with headphones. It's a lot easier to hear the background noise, make sure you're getting everything and you're not overdoing it. And then we can play back, make sure it sounds okay.
This is a test.
All right. It sounds like I've got a really bad voice actor doing my lines for me, sort of thing. Sorry about that. Let's highlight this. Well, if you were splitting it up into lines, you would want to highlight it after you've done your editing to it and hit File, Export Selection, which I have bound to Control Comma. Makes it really easy for me to use shortcuts, keyboard shortcuts. Save me a lot of time. Once you've exported it, named it to whatever they want you to name it, you can move on. Highlight that all the way to the silence at the back of the next line. Delete, get rid of it. Highlight this line, hit normalize again. Noise removal. Okay. Control R a couple times. That seems to have done the trick.
This is a louder test.
I rode the gain when I was recording it. I had, if I talk louder, I have to turn the volume on the mic down. It's probably a good idea. You don't want to peak. Peaking is very bad. It sounds very bad. If you peak, I recommend you redo the line. Turn down the volume and adjust your distance to the mic to compensate for that. That line's done. And I'm going to use my keyboard shortcuts here. Normalize. Noise removal. If you use keyboard shortcuts for noise removal, don't hit enter, hit OK. You will capture your voice in the profile. You don't want that. The lower your gain, the less noise is going to be in the background. Even when you normalize and you get closer to the mic, you're going to get more of your sound and less of the background noise. But you still have to, speak up. Don't just turn the volume all the way down and do it that way all the time.
This is a really loud test!
Alright, so that's all done. Then I would hit Control Comma, export it. Done, good to go. So let's assume that I'm doing it all one, commercial read all the way through. I have chains set up. I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. File, edit chains, and hit add. Name your chain whatever it's going to be. I've got mine named VO. And then you would hit insert and then select the effects you want to go in. Stereo to mono, okay. Notice that's the first there. And then high pass filter. You would hit insert again. Double click high pass filter. It's automatically going to do the last settings that you had. And then compressor. That way, when I pull in a file here, like this, automatically, I don't have to do quite so many steps. File, apply chain, apply to current project. And then, I can do my thing. Get noise profile here at the beginning. Keep redoing it till that noise is gone. Don't do it too much, the sound gets muddy. Get rid of that mouth noise. And close the gap. Oops, no, wrong button. Normalize that second line. Don't have to do quite so many noise removals because I turned the gain down. And normalize this last line. There we go. Volume went down, should only have to noise removal just like once. Get rid of the rest of the noise, then I've got this whole thing here.
This is a test. This is a louder test. This is a really loud test!
And then I can just export the whole thing to wherever, whatever. That's it. So, hope this helps you, get to know Audacity a little bit more, get everything recorded and cleaned and sent off, and hopes it I hope it lands you more roles. Thank you. Hope to do more of these. Hope you'll join me. Check me out on Skype, on Facebook. You can find me by my name, River Canoff. Talk to you later.